I am Marlene Motivates, your life coach. Be encouraged, be inspired, and be yourself.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hello, to my motivators family. How are you all doing? This is Marlene Motivates, and I am your life coach. Today, we're going to be talking about the subject of strangers and how a stranger will show you more love than certain individuals that you may know of. So, if you're new here, hit that like and subscribe. I do all sorts of motivation on this channel. Hey, Sirius, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. So, let's get into this topic today. Hi, Autumn Grace. How are you? Welcome in. So let's start talking about this subject. Strangers will show more love. And it's very kind of disheartening and discouraging sometimes because we want for our relatives, our friends, or other people that we may know of to do right by us. But the thing about it is, we can't expect for people who are not healed, not mature, not compassionate, not understanding to make changes. All we can expect for people to do is to be themselves. All people can do is be their own self. And that's it. And we may be expecting certain individuals to show us love. I know that was me for quite a long period of time. I was expecting for my parents. I was expecting for a lot of people to be there and show up for me the way I needed to be loved at the time. And it's hard, motivators family. It's very hard when you are expecting love and you don't receive it in the way you need to receive it. You don't receive that love in your love language. You don't receive whatever it is that you need at the certain time. And it's so difficult when it's people who don't even know you and they would be willing to do more than the individual that you expect it from. But it just doesn't happen. Okay. Yes. Yes. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Appreciate every single one of you. Yes. Hey, Nate, how are you? Welcome. Shout out to all my mods. Shout out to the channel members. Blessings to everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody is doing well. Yes, we may be expecting certain individuals to show us love, right? We may expect it. And this is the first one where we may be expecting for them to show you that love, and that's your parents. The thing about it is, you can't make a choice as to who you're going to, the families that you're born into. We have no choices when it comes to that. But you would think your mother or your father would automatically be loving, automatically be there for you, automatically do all of these things because that's your birth parent. But it does not always go that way. Unfortunately, um, being a parent doesn't come automatically. It doesn't come natural to everybody. Everybody is not naturally affectionate. Everybody is not naturally a communicator or kind or naturally supportive. And you may get that support from somebody who is a stranger. And that hurts so much when you don't get what you want from certain individuals in your life. But it's a whole different sort of pain when you don't get the love that you want, the love that you deserve from your parents. It hurts a lot. Okay. Yes, I agree, Nate. I feel the same way. And another one that we really don't expect for them to be there and be supportive is our siblings, right? We expect our siblings to be supportive. We expect that because that's your brother, that's your sister. Like they should love you, they should be supportive of you. And that hurts. It's an added pain when it's your sibling because it's just normal. Or it should be normal for a brother or a sister to listen to you, to be kind to you. But actually, things are very reversed these days, I'm seeing. It's just not natural to many to do anything kind for you if it's not something to where they're going to get some benefit from you. They're not going to be supportive to you, and they're not going to be supportive of you. And that's your siblings. Okay. Another group where we kind of expect for us to get love, and that's extended relatives like cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Though we expect that, that's your auntie, it's your uncle, it's your grandparent, it's your cousin. We expect for them to show us that love that we deserve. And all of us deserve love, but it's just does not come naturally to some because they're scarred from their past. They don't know how to love. They have been traumatized. And when it comes to generations after generations of pain, of hurt, of trauma, and then it's not recognized, it's not dealt with, and then it comes to be generational brokenness. Generations after generations don't communicate, don't show affection, don't show support, don't show love. And then it goes to the next generation, so on and so forth. And it hurts when you don't get that love that you want from others. And this is one that is like, it sounds ridiculous, but it happens all the time. We It's crazy how a stranger will show you more love than your own spouse or your own romantic interest. Have you guys ever seen that? Have you ever been through that in your life, that somebody on the street, somebody who you don't know, would be willing to do something your own spouse or your own romantic partner or somebody you're dating, somebody on the outside who you're not even dating, you're not in a relationship, would do more kind deeds and give you more support than your own romantic interest. And that, to me, that's crazy. But someone who doesn't know you will show more interest in you, and that's something that seems like wild and crazy. It seems wild. Yeah, most definitely serious. It seems something so weird, so strange. Like, how could somebody on the outside, how could somebody who's basically a stranger to me, will show me more interest, more kindness, more support than some of the ones that I have mentioned earlier? Like, how can somebody on the outside show me more kindness than my own mother or father, talking about your parents? And sometimes it's just because a person can birth you, but some parents may have some mental issues. It's a subject that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And just because a person may have been your parent, it didn't mean that they were in the space to be responsible enough and mature enough to be able to do what they need to do right by you. And other people come in. But I have to say this to anybody who has been abandoned, taken advantage of, backstabbed, disrespected, it doesn't mean that they didn't love you. A lot of times we take that personal, don't we, motivators family? We take it personal and we think that that person, oh, they hate me, they this and they that, and we take it on as a personal attack, but it has nothing to do with that. Just because a person does not support you, ultimately it's because they don't know how to support themselves. They don't know themselves. They have not healed from their own skeletons in the closet, their own traumas. They've they've got their own issues going on, and unfortunately we get dropped, but it doesn't stop it from hurting, right? It hurts when it's your mother. It hurts when it's your father. It hurts when it's your sibling. It hurts when it's your extended family. It hurts when it's your romantic interest, your spouse. It hurts so much. But that's just the way life is, unfortunately. And we have to learn to have some tough skin in order to deal with it. Yeah, it happens that way sometimes. Yeah, they have a funny way of showing it. And I don't know about you all, but I've heard it so many times where your relative or whoever it is that is acting some sort of way that is not good and beneficial for us, they make it seem like we're the problem, and they turn it around and make it like they're the victim. And you're like, no, wait a minute. You're the one that's doing wrong. You're the one that's not showing up. You're the one that is being disrespectful. But that's what it is sometimes, that they'll turn it around to make it seem like it's us, and it's not. You just discard that, ignore it. And like Siri says, it hurts. It definitely hurts. It's not something easy to deal with, but we just have to continue to move on and be our best self. And how do we do that? Well, we have to focus our energy on the ones that automatically are there for us, the ones that really do pour into us. And it does not have to be people that we know. A stranger will show you more love than your own people, your own relatives, your own siblings, your own parents, your own friends, your own romantic interests. And that may seem wild or weird or strange, but it's been happening since the beginning of time. Somebody on the outside will be readily to see the things that you're good at, your talents, and they will say kind things to you. They will be supportive of you. They will do so many things for you, whereas the people who are around you won't. And I definitely feel like a lot of times it has to deal with when somebody really does not show appreciation. Like after a while, unfortunately, it gets to be like they sort of take you for granted. Like you're always going to be there. You're always going to do that. You're always going to be nice. And that's just not going to work, right? Hi, Garden of Inspiration. How are you? Welcome in. Shout out to all my amazing mods. And make sure those who are content creators, you go by and you check out their channels. So, yeah, someone who doesn't know you will show more interest in you and be kind to you. And what are some of those things? And one of them is someone who doesn't know you will show you more support. I can say, being a content creator, I have found more support, more kind words, more so much things, and even from my online support for my um, my therapy, where I go to support groups online, I find more kind words, more like encouragement, telling me that I can do it from somebody, and they don't know me. And it's crazy how a stranger will be rooting for you. A stranger will be supportive of you. A stranger will be willing to give you money. A stranger will be willing to clap for you and to tell you they're proud of you. And your own relative, your own sibling, your own parents, your own auntie, cousin, your own friend, your own romantic interests, a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, other people on the outside will do more for you than them. And that's so weird. And I definitely feel like people start to take advantage of you. They start to expect like you have to do this, and you've always been there, and you're not going anywhere, and you're going to do what I say. And it just does not work that way. because while you may do some kind deeds for certain individuals for a time, you get burned out. There is nobody who's not going to get burned out. You're going to get burned out. You will get frustrated. You'll feel some type of way, and you'll just stop and leave them alone. Everybody is going to focus their attention where they're loved. They're going to focus their attention where there is kindness. They're going to focus their attention where there is respect. They're going to focus their attention where there is loyalty. And I suggest you all do the same. If you find your relatives, your parents, your siblings, your friends, quote unquote, are not showing you the love that you deserve, focus your energy on the people who do. Don't forget about the individuals that are pouring into you. We usually keep asking ourselves, like, why don't they do this? And why doesn't this person do that? And you have all of these people over here on the side that already are. They're already showing you love. They're already showing you kindness. They're already showing you respect. So don't forget the individuals that actually are there for you, are supporting you, are loving on you. Make sure to tell them thank you and how much you appreciate them and how much they matter to you. And don't waste your energy on the ones that don't. Okay? They may need some maturity. They need some growing up. They need something. Some of them need some medication. Some of them need to grow up and to take accountability for their actions. But it's a lot of reasons why people act the way that they act. But it doesn't mean that you have to take it. Okay? It doesn't mean you have to take it at all. You don't have to take it. Okay? Let me go down in the chat and see what we got going on. Hey, realist, how are you? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing awesome. I see Blaze coming in with a super sticker. Thank you so much, Blaze. Blaze says, peace and abundance, Marlene, and everybody in the house. Hope all is well this evening. Stopping by for some support. Thank you so much, Blaze. And you know what we have to do? We have to do the super chat song. Thank you so much, Blaze. Thank you, Blaze. I really appreciate it. Okay. So let's go. Realist says, yep. And Garden of Inspiration says, yes, so true, Marlene. Strangers tend to be more supportive than some relatives and some of those so-called friends. Isn't that the truth? I find it wild. I think it's so crazy how somebody on the outside, it could be somebody on social media, it could be somebody just that you randomly meet on the street, or somebody can be a mentor or can be a friend, can be so much more than your own bloodline, than your own so-called friend, than your own, spouse or significant other. People will be willing to bend over backwards for you, and the ones that are around you take you for granted, disrespect you, ghost you, don't support you. It's crazy. Realist says, focus where the frequency is mutual. And that's the truth. And just like I was saying a little earlier, we have to stop asking why don't they support me, and why aren't they kind to me? You'll be upset, you'll be arguing with people. It's almost like you're trying to force relationship. You're trying to force them to be kind. You're trying to force them to support you. You're trying to force them to love you, and you can't force that. It has to be natural, or you're going to be worn out. Definitely. Hi, Miss Nexie. Puzzle pieces in the building. Happy Wednesday, Miss Nexie. I hope you're doing awesome. Yes, very appreciated. Thank you so much. Yes, unfortunately, true. You can't choose the bloodline you came from, but you can choose your real family. Yeah. You can choose who you are going to pour your energy into. You can make a decision where you're going to focus your time, and who you're going to tell your personal business to. There's a lot of things that we can do, and there's a lot of things that we have control over. Okay, a lot of things. Now let's go to the next point. We have two more. um, Strangers will show you more love. Okay, someone who doesn't know you will show you more kindness. And I have seen this, like somebody will who doesn't even know you. You could break down on the side of the road, and a person could be driving past and see you and help you. And you could tell your own relative, your own friends, your own this person, hey, I just got a flat tire. Oh, I'm busy. I'm at work. There's always one excuse or the other. And somebody who doesn't even know you would be willing to show you that kindness. And what I have to say about it is, I feel like you always will get somebody to be there for you, even when people don't appreciate you, even when somebody is not kind, even when somebody is not loyal to you. There's always going to be somebody who is loyal, going to be loyal to you. There's always going to be people who will be kind to you. There's always going to be that. But you have to take your time and really pay attention. Look around you. Your support is there already. It just not maybe who you think it is. A lot of times we will think that this person or that person supports me, and no, they're just saying it with their mouth. It's just lip service, but it's not real. Okay, it's not real, it's true. They only will support you and be kind and love you as long as they can get from you, as long as they can take, as long as they can pull from you, as long as they can know your business. They care about you, they love you, they support you, they rock with you. Or as long as you're doing things for them, they're here for you and they rock with you and they support you. But let you stop giving them money. Stop giving them your time. Stop telling them your personal business. And then you're going to find out how much they care for you and like you and support you. Okay. Pay attention to all of those things as well. Okay. Exactly. Exactly. Serious. Exactly. Realist one. Yeah. It's facts. We have to stop going by the lip service. And it's so easy to fall into that trap because your heart is so open, and many of us are just such kind people, and you want your relatives, you want your siblings, you want your parents, you want your friends, you want your romantic interests to be kind to you, to love you, to respect you, to support you. And you have to really look at yourself in the mirror and say, is this me wanting this? Or is this real? Is this real support? Is this real love? Is this real kindness? Or is this that they're around me because they want to know my personal business, or because they want something from me? Okay. People, it's easy for somebody to be nice to you when they are on the receiving end. But when they have nothing to get from you, when all they have is your time, will they be there? Will they be kind? Will they be loyal? Will they be appreciative? Will they respect you or no? That's when you find out who is your real circle. Okay. Who's your real people? Yeah, it's the principle. Yeah. And people have to be who they are, Unfortunately, when the mask falls off, when it's revealed and we really and truly find out who people really are, okay, you will find out. You will find out who people really are. It doesn't take long. But what will you do about it when you're faced with that? When you can see that, okay? What am I going to do with that when it's revealed, okay? So, strangers will show more love. Someone who doesn't know you will show you more love. And I can say, I know a lot of people say on social media, you can't find true friends. And that has not been the case for me. Now, I'm not going to cap. I'm not going to pretend and act like everybody on social media is good company or is a good person, but I have found true friends online that we are friends offline. We talk to each other, we support each other. And I have found true friends online that pour into me, that check on me, that encourage me, and all of those things. And I'm grateful for those things. So, I just wanted to come on and to say that to the Motivators family. Stop sitting down and waiting. Stop sitting down and expecting for people who don't want to do anything for you, who won't do anything for you, who refuse to do something for you. Stop expecting for them to change when they've already shown you who they are. They've already, the mask has dropped off a long time ago. But are you going to be honest and real with what you see, with what you feel, with the treatment that you're getting? Okay. That's usually the hardest part, is accepting what we see in people, accepting a person's energy, accepting a person's lack of support, and saying, okay, they don't want to support me, or they really don't care for me, or they don't respect me, or they're just not a loyal person. And that's okay. It's not okay that they're doing that to you, but it's okay because at least now you know, and you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your energy. You're not wasting your mental energy, okay? Just don't. Move along, everybody. Move along, okay? That's so important, to move along if you're not growing somewhere. If you're not growing, it's time for you to leave. Time is probably the greatest gift you can give to someone because you can never get it back. Yeah, you can never get it back. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to come on and to do this topic, because you know how they always say, new year, new me. And yes, it's January, it's 2025, and we all want the best life possible. I know I do. I want a phenomenal life, but I have to be honest with myself. And I'm no longer going to run after people. I'm not gonna fight for people to support me. I'm not going to check in on people if they don't check in on me. If somebody is not respecting my boundaries, trust me, you don't have to worry about me anymore. Okay? Thank you so much, Blaze. I appreciate it. And I say the same thing for you all. You know, if somebody is really showing you, they're proving it to you who they are, how they treat you, how they support you or don't support you, the way they talk to you, or this is another thing. I didn't put this on here, but sometimes our people that we talked about, your relatives, your parents, your friends, romantic interests will just be not respectful of your time. And like Blaze was saying, time is a precious gift. Time is one of the most precious commodities that we have. We can't get back our time. So don't waste your time and your energy on people that like to waste your time, show up late, ghost you, talk to you when they get ready. They only want to give you a phone call when they're ready to call you. And when they do call you, it's because they're begging something, they want something from you. So, really, it's not to check in on you, it's because they want something. So, when you start seeing, okay, when you find out who somebody is, when the mask drops off, when their energy is off, when they're toxic, trust me, they're not going to change no matter how much we want them to change. We really care about people, but guess what? We have to be cared about. And you have to set that boundary. You have to set the boundary to respect yourself. You have to set a boundary that I'm not going to allow people to talk down to me, to be condescending, or laugh at you and at your expense. No, that's not going to work. Oh, you did? Awesome. I love that, Serious. Yeah. You have to not allow a person to take advantage of you. You have to know your own personal worth. And I wanted to come on and to say that to all my motivators family, I hope you're walking into 2025 with your head up, respecting yourself, setting boundaries, saying no and enforcing them. That's the part. We can set the boundary, but some people would try to go past the boundary. But do you enforce it when they're being disrespectful, or when you tell somebody you don't like something and they keep doing it? Do you allow it, or then do you block them? Do you stop going around them? There's things that we can do as well. Even if a person does not respect us, we have to maintain our own self-respect. You have to maintain your own self-love, and you have to be compassionate to yourself. Um, Unfortunately, it hurts when it's a stranger that is the one that is showing love, but that is what it is. So I'm going to put the link in here. If there is anybody who would like to come up and put their 2 cents into this conversation and discussion. I'm going to be on for a few more minutes, and if nobody is not going to come on, it's all good. I didn't expect it. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Nexie. Super sticker. I appreciate all of the donations. Shout out to you, Miss Nexie. And you know what we have to do when the super chat hits. Thank you so much, Miss Nexie. I truly appreciate your donation. Yeah, I did. I showed you the panda. I did. So I was waiting to see if anybody was going to come up. And if not, we're going to bring today's topic to an end. And I truly appreciate every single person's support. I tried to tap the link, but it's not working on my end. Oh no, did I put in the wrong link? I think I put in StreamYard link. Maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I didn't do it right. Let's try again. Okay. Sirius says, I think I cared too much. I was giving too much and I got taken advantage of. Not anymore. I know that's right, Sirius. And some things, unfortunately, it doesn't work. What? Let me try this again. Hold on a second, guys. Just give me a moment. I see Garden of Inspiration. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Marlene. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, I was just trying to test it out because Sirius said that it wasn't working, so I wanted to be curious and see if it was. So this is your test. It is working.
Okay, good. I'm glad it's where I put it in again. So thank you so much for coming up. Was there anything that you wanted to add? Hello? Was there anything you wanted to add, Garden of Inspiration? Hmm.
Well, since I'm here, just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge, the incredible strength that you have been showing us, the resilience, your journey. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you just fine.
Okay, well, since I'm here, let me just take a moment to acknowledge the incredible strength and the resilience that you have shown.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for coming up. Um, I put the link in again, guys. I went in through my phone and did it again. So I don't know if that was the issue, but I see Garden of Inspiration came up. In anywho, thank you so much for your support, Garden of Inspiration, for coming up. Anything else you want to say?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I had to look like I had to turn off something. I wasn't getting through too well, but I just wanted to acknowledge, the incredible strength and the resilience you keep showing us. I admire your journey, even though you face like countless challenges and you've been through a lot. It's so inspiring, and I'm happy that you're still pushing forward, and not only pushing forward, but you're helping others to push forward as well. And so I've been following you for a short while, but I've learned so much from you. And every day you inspire me. That's why I try to make it on every time you're on because it's amazing. And I'm really blown away by, how you've come back, despite all the setbacks that you speak about. I admire your courage, your commitment to serve others. You're literally serving in your own capacity and you're touching and you're changing, helping change people's lives. And I admire the growth and the healing that you've gone through. And I feel as though, whatever we go through, it's not for us, it's actually for others. So thank you so much for your commitment to serve others through your experience. I just pray that you will continue to grow, continue to heal, and all the best to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Garden of Inspiration. It's so nice to be able to hear some feedback because sometimes I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes I think I'm talking to myself. I'm like, did that equate? Like, did that sound good? Because we can be our own worst critics and take ourselves apart and feel like, oh, I does that sound good? Especially sometimes I don't say it here, but I get a lot of negativity back in my comments on my videos. People will say things like, you don't know what you're talking about and that doesn't make any sense, or I get laughed at and stuff. So I have to have thick skin, so it's nice to know that there are individuals that do appreciate my content and what I share.
Yes, even that, what you just mentioned, that is your story. It's a part of your testament, and just having the capacity to grow through that, that alone is inspiring. So that's what I'm saying about you. Are a very inspiring person, and you tend to overcome any obstacle, it seems like. So I just want to tell you, keep going, and no matter what life throws at you, you have the power to overcome. And with Christ, we can do anything. So just keep going, keep pushing. Let them come, let them hate, let them say whatever they want to say. But guess what? it isn't impacting you in a bad way. It's helping you grow and it's helping you with your journey. And your journey is going to impact those that are going through the same thing that you are going through. It's not for us, it's to help others. So you keep going.
Thank you so much, Garden of Inspiration. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming up and saying what you said because it's. I know you're a content creator as well, and people who are content creators know this, but we content creators need encouragement. And sometimes people get on this red app and they say things that is so unkind and I feel like sometimes people are bullies behind an avatar and they would never say that to somebody's face, but it is what it is. Yeah.
Yes, yes, that's it there. You've been through the storm and I can tell that you've been through the storm. And not only did you survive, but you emerged stronger, wiser and more capable than ever before. So you just keep going, honey. Don't worry about what the haters have to say. And I'm sure you're not worried, but at times it could discourage us. But like I said, it's in within you. You have the power and you just keep going. Your story has definitely touched me. I mean, like, I can't even begin to tell you how much I resonate with your story because there are times when I've been all alone and I literally would have to pull strength from my faith. I would literally have to turn to God because not everybody has support. Some people don't have anyone at all. So it's very inspiring to connect with the people who feel the same way you feel or who have went through the same thing that you went through. You draw strength from that as well because you can see that they came out on the other side and they're still going. So it's very encouraging.
Uh, Thank you. That makes me. This has been a boost and a shot in the arm for me to encourage me to continue on. And you know what? I wasn't even planning to do this topic. It just came in my spirit to say, you know what? Strangers really will show you more love.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
they
just came
will.
and did it.
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing. I'm like blown away by that. And I got into encouragement because, like I said, I resonate with your story so much. Those who encourage people, they know the importance of encouraging people and inspiring people because there are times when nobody did it for us. And that just goes to show you what we've been through. We emerge out of it helping others because we knew that there were times when we had no one to turn to. And so that's one of the reasons I got into, encouraging and inspirational content because I want to be an encouragement for others as well. When I didn't have anybody, I want to turn on something that encouraged me. And that's how I found you
Oh,
because I was
that's
looking for people who were encouraging, people who were inspirational, people who had, just positive vibes. And
yeah.
Marlene, you don't even know me, but when I was looking for people like that, your name was the first one that popped up, like
No
literally popped up.
way.
Yes. So I don't take it as coincidence. Just hearing your story, like I said, I resonated with it so much. It wasn't a coincidence.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'll tell you something, Garden of Inspiration. There's times where um I feel like sometimes sometimes I'm like, am I saying too much? Like, am I telling too much of my business? And then my spirit will say no, because there's somebody that needs to hear about, having an eating disorder, or somebody who needs to hear about losing a parent, or someone who needs to hear about lack of family support, and there's
Mm.
somebody who needs to hear about losing everything and starting again. Somebody needs to hear that.
Well, I'm gonna get off now and I'm gonna listen to you, but I have no doubt that whatever chapter of your life that you are in, I'm praying that it's filled with even more victories, with joy, with peace than you've ever imagined. So I just pray for all the best, for your happiness and your success. You go for it and you just keep going. I
Oh,
think Sirius wanted to say something, so I'll drop down so she can speak.
okay, no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
So thank you guys so much for that. Thank you so much, Garden of Inspiration, for your thoughts. Yeah, realist, it is. It's an absolute crying shame when all I ever do is come on here and I share my story. I share motivation. I share honestly and openly, transparently some things that I have been through in my life. And it just shows how evil some people can be. It shows how some people are unhealed. And I think it also shows how courageous I am. And every time I speak, every time I share my story, every time I tell you all that you can do it, I am encouraging my own self that I can do it too. So it's no coincidence for anything. Yeah. Yeah, Blaze, next time I hope you can get to come up. Blaze says, definitely not by accident. There's a reason why our paths crossed and we came together here and now. Yes, and I'm grateful for all of you. Every single time that every single time that I click this video and I do a live stream, every time I make a long form video. Every single time I do content, I think about the impact and how can it help somebody? Will this help somebody? Will this encourage somebody? Will this story or this what I've been through, will this help anybody? And then if the answer is yes, then I do it. Then I do it. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Puzzle Pieces. Famous is in the building. How are you doing, Famous? The Garden of Inspiration. It wasn't me. Blaze wanted to join. He was having technical difficulties. Okay. Yes, it's a cold world out here. It is. It's a cold world out here, but that doesn't mean you have to be. And that's what I'm always striving for. And I wanted to tell anybody who needs to hear that on today, even if you have cold, heartless, disrespect, lack of support, people who are telling you all kinds of crazy things, they're talking out of their mouth about you, you'll never win at that. That will never, because when I first started on YouTube, I had my relatives tell me that will never work. YouTube, you're wasting your time. Who will want to hear what you have to say? And here I am, 9,000 plus subscribers later. I don't have like this big, huge following, but I know that I have people who want to hear what I have to say, people who are inspired, people who are motivated by my words. And I hope that even if it's not your same exact story, but you can extract something from it and apply it to your life. Everybody needs someone to say, it's going to be okay, and it will be. Sometimes, when in your hardest times, in your darkest times, that's when you really find out what you're made of. You think that you need certain individuals. You think that, your life will never stop being a sea of tears. Because I had that season in my life where I felt like all I did for like 2 to 3 years was cry. And now I'm in the season where I find myself laughing so much. So I feel like I'm making up for lost time, for all my pain, all my sadness. So it's all of that too. Okay. I'm doing well. Just got home from picking up my son from school. I'm doing awesome, Famous. I hope you're having a great day and you guys are staying warm, especially to all of my motivators family up north. I prefer to get along, but can't fake it if it's not genuine from the other side. Oh, I understand. 100%. I understand. Who wants to fake it, And let me be transparent. Okay? Let me be transparent with you all. Marlene used to fake it. And it was because I was desperately seeking their validation. I was desperately seeking for people to love me. And let me tell you all something. You waste your time when you do that. You are wasting your time. If somebody doesn't love you, if somebody doesn't respect you, if somebody is not loyal to you, if somebody does not want to support you, leave them alone and respect yourself and pour into yourself and follow your dreams and go for it and be your best, your personal best. Sometimes we don't even find out what our best is until we leave some individuals alone. It's not the truth. I can say it wasn't until I left a few individuals alone that I started to find peace. I started to have joy. I started to feel realigned with what I was supposed to be doing with my life. So there's all of that. So I wish that for you, every single one of you. It's crazy because I feel myself like having a glow from the inside out, whereas before I felt like I was hollow on the inside. And it's not going to make sense to you until you have been through that. But I had so many years of my life where I felt hollow. It was dark, sad, crying, feel left out. It's not a good feeling. But then when you go through those situations, you find out how strong you are. You find out what you deserve. You will definitely find yourself a tribe of people who are going to love on you and support you. Those strangers, they're going to come in from, it seems like they come out of thin air. You'll find your friend when you need to find your friend. You'll find your spouse or significant other when you need to find your spouse or significant other. You will always have everything that you need at the specific time you need it. Know that. Okay? And I'm speaking that from experience, because when I felt like I wanted to give up, I have to say my 10th grade high school teacher is the one that checked me on my eating disorder. And she was like, "Are you okay, babe?" And I'll never forget her. She literally saved my life. And I appreciate her so much. And I appreciate all the other people that poured into me when I didn't even know my worth. If you have those sort of people in your life, those sort of friends, those sort of loved ones, don't take not one of them for granted. Make sure you give those people a phone call. You text them, you tell them you appreciate them. And if it's somebody that you're following online or on social media, tell them, I appreciate the content that you share. Contrary to popular belief, it is not easy to be a content creator. It's not easy to bare your soul. It's not easy to be open to criticism. It's not. You have to have tough skin. And I learned this is something that came from the spirit. This is something that God has told me. I had to prepare you. I had to bring you a lot of pain. I had to bring you disruption. I had to bring you dysfunction for you to show courage, healing, elevation, strength, and motivation to the ones that were going to come and follow you. So I take that responsibility very seriously as being a role model. And I appreciate every single one of you and your commitment to me as a life coach. And I do life coaching offline. It's something I do in my spare time. I do life coaching, and I'm proud of it. And I'm speaking it out loud. In 2025, I'm going to be doing my first motivational speaking engagement, and I am scared to death. Do you hear me? Because it's outside of my comfort zone. But I can't be telling you all that you can do anything and then I don't stand on that. I have to stand on business. So I'm working on me. Are you working on you? Work on yourself. Get uncomfortable to get comfortable where you need to go and where you need to be. Trust me, if you don't have people supporting you, maybe you haven't met them yet, but they're there. Keep searching, keep seeking, and you will find. Thank you guys so much for your support of me and of this channel. I don't take anything for granted. Yes, it's not. Take courage to be vulnerable, and everyone isn't willing to do it. Yes, they're not. Thank you, Blaze, Sirius, Miss Nexie, Garden of Inspiration, Famous, Nate the Great Podcast. Who else did I miss? Realist One here. Blaze. I don't know who else I missed. If there was anybody else that I missed, blame it on my head and not on my heart. Okay. Thank you guys for your support as always. And don't give up. Be encouraged. Be inspired and be yourself. Commit to yourself. Love on yourself. Give yourself the permission to heal, to forgive, and to get up over and over again and fight for yourself. Fight for your dreams. Okay? You are enough. Okay? Remind yourself of that every single day you wake up. I am enough and I deserve to be respected. I deserve to be loved and I deserve to be treated with kindness. And if you have people around you and they don't appreciate you, it's time for you to move along. Move to the left, okay? And get rid of them. I'm Marlene Motivates, your life coach. Come on, everybody. You know what we say over here. Just know it. Just breathe it. And be it. And live your best life. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.